Hey, I'm Professor Solo. Flexbox doesn't size things by force, it works it out. This is where items negotiate space instead of fighting over it. Let's hand it over to T.A. Watts to explain to us about grow, shrink, and basis. Over to you, T.A. Watts.
Ever wonder why one flex item just hogs all the space while another one shrivels up like a raisin? Welcome to the Flexbox Power Trio: Grow, Shrink, and Basis.
So let's get into it. You see, in Flexbox, sizing isn't some static, fixed property. It's a full-on negotiation.
Your items don't just sit at a fixed width. No way. They adapt. And the three rules that run this whole show, you guessed it: grow, shrink, and basis. First up, we have the opening bid, Flex Basis.
Think of Flex Basis as the ideal size an item wants to be, before all the deals start getting made. It's the item's way of saying, here's my starting offer. Then, the container looks at that number and decides if it's even realistic.
Next up is Flex Grow. This is what happens when there's extra space on the table, and, well, it's time for items to get a little greedy. Flex Grow controls how much of that extra space an item gets to gobble up. But here's the key. The grow value isn't a percentage or some fixed unit. It's a ratio. It's all about how much of the leftover space an item can claim compared to its siblings.
And here's exactly how that ratio plays out. See this? If one item has a flex grow of 3 and the others are at 1, that middle one gets 3 parts of the leftover space for every 1 part its siblings get. It's a proportional land grab, plain and simple.
But what happens when things get a little cramped? That's where Flex Shrink steps in to sort things out.
This property tells an item how much space it's willing to give back when the container's just too small. A higher shrink value means it surrenders its space faster. A value of 0, that thing's holding its ground no matter what.
So how does this all come together in practice? It's a quick 3-step dance, and there's a slick shorthand to manage it all.
All right, here's the sequence. It always starts with Flex Basis. If there's leftover space after that, Flex Grow jumps in and distributes it. Not enough space? Flex Shrink starts taking it back. It's a smooth, predictable dance once you know the steps.
Now, out in the real world, you'll almost always see these 3 values wrapped up into one, the Flex shorthand. And the order is always the same: grow, shrink, and then basis.
So let's look at a few personalities. You've got the team player using Flex 1. That's just shorthand for 110%, your classic, super flexible item. Then there's the greedy one at Flex 2, 112 rem. That one grows twice as fast as everyone else. And of course, the stubborn one with Flex 008 rem. It refuses to grow or shrink. It just holds its ground.
So let's lock it in one last time. Grow claims leftover space. Shrink gives space back when things get tight. And basis sets the starting point for the whole negotiation.
And those 3 things, working together, are exactly what makes Flexbox, well, flexible.
P.S. Keep laying.
That is the mindset. Items start with an ideal size, then take more when there's more room, and give it back when things get tight. Once we grok that negotiation, Flexbox stops feeling mysterious. Next up, we'll look at Flexbox's wrap and flow. What happens when one line isn't enough? Full Flexbox series is in the WebDev TNT playlist. P.S. Keep learning.